Hello and thanks for joining us from our studios in Israel. I'm Natasha Kirchuk here with ILTV's morning briefing. 2 Israeli police officers are wounded after being stabbed in an attack just outside of Herod's Gate in the Old City of Jerusalem this morning. The incident comes as part of a fresh wave of terror attacks in Jerusalem and the West Bank over the last 4 days. According to police, the attacker came up behind the police guarding the gate in Jerusalem and stabbed them repeatedly before being shot down by an Israeli security guard. One of the officers injured was a 20-year-old female, and she was seriously wounded in the assault after being knifed in the neck. The second cop injured remains in moderate condition in the hospital. The attacker has been identified as a 20-year-old Palestinian from East Jerusalem, and he's being treated for critical wounds. The attack comes just after a Palestinian minor was arrested with a knife and firebombs near an Israeli base in the West Bank last night. The youth was caught carrying the weapons along with the Palestinian flag and was planning to attack Israeli security forces. Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu said that Israel was boosting security ahead of the upcoming Jewish high holidays, after a surge in violence over the past few days. Netanyahu's comments come after what Israeli authorities say was the 5th attack on security forces or civilians since Friday, following a 3-week lull. Netanyahu has also authorized Knesset Speaker Yuli Edelstein to extend an almost year-long ban on Knesset members visiting the Temple Mount in Jerusalem. The Temple Mount ban for lawmakers and ministers was imposed in October of 2015 with the upsurge of violence, and was extended in June. Likud Knesset member Yehuda Glick, a former Temple Mount activist, lamented the decision and suggested he would violate the ban if it was extended further. Palestinians have incited Israeli so-called provocations at the holy site as one of the main catalysts for months of violent attacks this year and late last year. A law meant to stave off the demolition of an illegal Israeli outpost in the West Bank has no chance of passing the Knesset, according to Education Minister Naftali Bennett and Justice Minister Ayelet Shaked from the right-wing Jewish Home Party. Those 2 ministers, who were among the driving force behind the legislation, said that the bill would not be able to prevent the evacuation and demolition of the Omona outpost in the central West Bank, which was ordered by the Supreme Court. Instead, the lawmakers will push through another legislative measure meant to allow residents of Omona to rebuild nearby. Over the weekend, 25 of Likud's 30 lawmakers called on Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu to advance a bill to legalize West Bank outposts, ignoring the position of Attorney General Avichai Mendelblit and that of the international community. The Knesset members, including 9 cabinet ministers, also signed a petition calling for legislation to prevent the evacuation of Omona. 5 people are being questioned by the FBI in connection with the bomb attack in New York that left 29 people injured. Authorities say FBI agents pulled over a car on a road in Brooklyn and are questioning the vehicle's occupants as part of the investigation into Saturday's bombing. No one has been charged with any crime and the investigation is continuing. Meanwhile, in Minnesota, the man who wounded 8 people in a knife attack on Saturday night at a mall before he was shot dead is a soldier of the Islamic State, the terrorist group's news agency is saying. 22-year-old Dahir Adan made references to Allah and asked at least one person if they were Muslim, before he assaulted them at the Crossroads Center Mall in St. Cloud. Authorities are still investigating whether there are any ties between the terrorist and the Islamic State. That's all for now. I'm Natasha Kirchuk, and see you later with our main daily broadcast from Israel at 2 p.m. Eastern Time.